This is Afghanistan, which will astound the entire world very soon. Nobody had at any point imagined that Afghanistan, which has been buried in destitution, craving, and battle for a really long time, can accomplish something like this. Afghanistan is building the world's biggest counterfeit channel, which will... The name of this 245-kilometer long and 500 feet wide waterway is Cassie Tape Trench. The Afghan government gave no guide, hardware, or any designer to assemble this channel, and today when you are watching this video, around 100 this trench has been unearthed for a few kilometers. However, Afghanistan actually needs such a lot of water. What was the need to construct a long trench, and for what reason are specialists saying that this task will financially change Afghanistan? Tell us the responses to this multitude of inquiries. Most importantly, in all actuality in this video, we grasp the geology of Afghanistan. Afghanistan is a finished country. It is a landlocked country, and that implies there is no ocean along any piece of it. Toward the east of Afghanistan, there is Pakistan. On the western side, there is Iran. On the northern side, there is Turkmenistan. It is a position of Pakistan and Taza, though in the northeast, Afghanistan likewise has a little line with China. Assuming the lion does, Afghanistan has totally fallen into different nations. 80% of Afghanistan's water supply takes care of come from the snow heaps of Hindu Kashish. There are enormous streams in Afghanistan. Afghanistan gets water. 40% of Afghanistan's water supply has come from Helmand Stream. What begins from the Hindu sufferings and crosses the entire of Afghanistan, and afterward fans out at the Iran-Afghanistan line. How has this waterway become a political pressure among Iran and Afghanistan these days, since Afghanistan is keeping up with its solidarity here on this stream? What's more, Iran, as indicated by this dam, will tremendously affect the whole area of Haryana. Then, at that point, comes the Amul Darya, which is additionally called D-pivot stream in English. Waterway Oxygen is the longest stream of Focal Asia. It is arranged between northern Pakistan and Focal Asia among Pami, and it begins from the mountain reach, and afterward goes through the Afghanistan-Tajikistan line and enters the Turkmen locale, and afterward crosses Bangladesh and falls into the Aral Ocean. This is the stream, yet the way that the trench is being fabricated, which we don't know about at this point. We will examine this further in the video. Then the remainder of Afghanistan's water supply comes from Kabul, Hari Road, and Panja Stream. Afghanistan is one of those lunar nations on the planet whose 70% region is covered by mountains. Afghanistan locale has a desert along the Iran and Pakistan line, so essentially, this region is beneath Kandahar. Presently, in the event that we discuss individuals, there are a ton of ethnic divisions in Afghanistan. 42% of the absolute populace of Afghanistan are Pashtuns, 27% are Tajiks, 9% are Hazaras, and just 9% are Baghaz, and afterward the rest are Turkmani, Balok, and so on. If we story Gali decay to Afghanistan, it is likely the main nation of Focal and South Asia, in light of the fact that from here, Mughal, Dadri, Surya, Ghazni, Abdali, and Khilji came to the subcontinent. Presently, on the off chance that we return to the water arrangement of Afghanistan, this multitude of streams are sufficiently not to satisfy the water retirement of Afghanistan, and that is the reason. Afghanistan has forever been a survivor of extreme water emergency. Yet after the Afghan conflict, America has become intense in it. Be that as it may, there is an extreme deficiency of water in the whole northern district of Afghanistan, and to conquer this lack, the Afghan government has done whatever it may take to defeat this lack, this present circumstance. It was imagined that a counterfeit trench ought to be worked from the hub stream which will supply water to the whole northern region at Siasi Kam. With the assistance of this trench, this cheerful desert of around 530 lakh sections of land will be changed over into lavish green fields after the water comes here. Wheat and numerous different grains will be traded, yet There are tales that the public authority is expecting that by 2018, Afghanistan will send out half of the wheat developed here to different nations. This undertaking began in Walk 2022. Its underlying finish date was 2018, however, G-speed is diminishing. As per specialists, it will happen just in 2025. Karnal will be finished. This venture is being finished with such enormous arranging that large Western designers and specialists have been amazed. This venture has been separated into 3 stages. In the first and second stage, removal will be finished on this whole course, thus. Far unearthing has been finished on an area of 100 kilometers. Nearby project workers have been employed to do this removal. Not exactly our 7,000 is being charged from pull trucks and backhoes, and this entire cycle is being overseen very well in the trucks and tractor line. Tractors stand there getting soil and placing it in the truck. While the administering engineer gives all right, then, at that point, trucks take the dirt and dump it on the banks of the channel. Along these lines, there is compelling reason need to make a substantial limit of this channel, and a characteristic limit is made. There is no extra cost on such a limit. The greatest benefit of not filling this trench with substantial labs is that water system will be conceivable on the place that is known for both the seeds, and right now, the Afghanistan government has begun establishing vegetables and plants on the boundary of this channel. This will occur after the removal is finished. After this, water siphons go on a ways off of around 5 kilometers from here. Water will be provided to every one of the fields. Another significant thing that has been done is that there are sunlight-based chargers on the cylinder wells in these fields, so these cylinder wells and the engine don't expect power to run. There is a ton of media promulgation about this undertaking. It was done like numerous Western Express had said, that Afghan architects are not sufficiently able to execute this undertaking. Comparatively, such reports additionally came that the project worker isn't being paid on time. However, the fact of the matter is altogether different from this. Every one of local people are this way. First of all, extremely content with the task, thousands. Occupations have been made for individuals. Furthermore, when we did some profound exploration on this thing likewise became known that in the event that the worker for hire had not got the cash on time, then at that point, this task could never have advanced at such a speed. Aside from this, the book and grumbling in the territory. The occupants are additionally exceptionally blissful on the grounds that now there will be water in their space, after which they will actually want to do cultivating, develop food, and bring in cash. Till now, just a single issue has come on this venture, and that is the case-in of the stream by Turkmenistan and Bangladesh. The 2 nations have brought up many issues on this task. How this channel will decrease the water supply coming from this stream in these 2 nations by half. Afghan government and these 2 nations are in chats on this issue. Taliban are passing on to these 2 nations that the Almaty Arrangement of 1992. As indicated by this, Afghanistan additionally has the here and on the off chance that Turkmenistan can fabricate the Karakan Channel on this waterway for its advantage. Why not Afghanistan? Karakan Trench is the biggest channel on the planet, and it was worked by Turkmenistan in 1988 by taking water from the pivot stream. Because of this channel, water system should be possible in the desert. Turkmenistan has changed over this whole desert into ranches, and Afghanistan likewise believes that should accomplish something almost identical. Presently, one more intriguing thing here is that it is vital for Bangladesh and Turkmenistan. Afghanistan has around 80% power supply. Likewise, a gigantic piece of Afghanistan's products come from these 2 nations and go to Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, and Austria, subsequent to going through these 2 nations. So these 2 nations will haggle with Afghanistan on numerous different things in return for this channel. These issues are additionally political. Be settled. Financially, this task will bring gigantic advantages for Afghanistan. Afghanistan won't need to take help from some other country for food grains. In a couple of years, craving can end in Afghanistan, and Afghanistan will turn into an independent nation in developing food grains. Throughout the previous 40 years, war has been consuming in this day and age. What can be a higher priority than power? We additionally need that Afghanistan ought to at long last zero in on its financial turn of events. The Afghan public have endured something throughout the previous 40 years. Presently, they at long last merit it.